Hello, Assalamualaikum. Auzubillahiminasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Hello, hi, sir and classmates. By the way, my name is Samsia Jabar Musa, and I present today my blogging about the 14 principles, which is the LCP, Learner-Centered Psychological Principles. The principles are intended to deal holistically with learners in the context of real-world learning situations, thus they are best understood and organized. An advanced organizer is a tool used to introduce the lesson topic and illustrate the relationship between what the students are about to learn. The 14 principles are divided into those referring to cognitive and metacognitive, motivation and affective, developmental and social, and individual difference factors. The cognitive and metacognitive factors are: number 1, nature of learning. Process the learning of complex subject matter is most effective when it is an international process constructing meaning from information and experience. Number 2, goals of the learning process. The successful learner can create meaningful, coherent representation of knowledge. Number 3, construction of knowledge. The successful learner can link new information with existing knowledge in meaningful ways. Number 4, strategic thinking. The successful learner can create and use a repertoire of thinking and reasoning strategies to achieve complex learning goals. Number 4, thinking about thinking. Successful learners can reflect on how they think and learn, set reasonable learning or performances goals, select potentially appropriate learning strategies or methods, and monitor their progress towards those goals. Number 6, context of learning. Learning is influenced by environmental factors including culture, technology, and instructional practices. Motivation and affective factor. Number 7, motivation and emotional influences on learning. The rich internal world of thoughts, belief, goals, and expectations of success or failure can enhance or interfere with the learner's quality of thinking and information processing. Number 8, intrinsic motivation to learn is stimulated by tasks of optimal novelty and difficulty, relevant to personal interest, and providing for personal choice and control. Number 9, effects of motivation on effort is another major indicator of motivation to learn. The acquisition of complex knowledge and skills demands the investment of considerable learner energy and strategic effort, along with persistence over time. Developmental and social factor, this is the number 10. Developmental influences on learning is most effective when differential developmental within and across physical, intellectual, emotional, and social domains is taken into account. Individuals learn best when materials is appropriate to their developmental level and is presented in an enjoyable and interesting way. Number 11, social influences on learning can be enhanced when the learner has an opportunity to interact and collaborate with others in instructional tasks. The individual references factor, which is number 12, individual differences in learning are born with and develop their own capabilities and talents. Educators need to help students examine their learning preferences and expand or modify them if necessary. Number 13. Learning and diversity. The same basic principles of learning, motivation, and effective instruction apply to all learners. And number 14, the last one of the kinds of principles. Standards and assessment. It provides important information to both learners and teachers at all strategies of the learning process. And by the way, this is the end of my advocate about 14 principles.